Steve, it's been almost a year without rugby for Richmond, but how excited are you for the season ahead?
Yeah, no, really excited. I mean, it's been an incredibly long time since we played our last game, and to have Ealing here this coming Saturday, the guys are really looking forward to it. So yeah, it'll be great.
It's been an enormous pre-season for us, dating back to July last year. Can you sort of touch on how challenging that has been and some of the things we've had to adjust to?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I've got huge admiration for all of our players. I mean, they've been training for more than 35 weeks now, 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. And throughout that time, despite, starting off with only being able to do touch rugby and then being able to do a small amount of contact, then, we've got a start date for January, and that got pushed back, and then we've got a start date for maybe February, and now we're starting on March the 6th. Throughout all of that, the players have showed huge sort of mental resilience and physical resilience to keep coming training, and they really deserve their run out on Saturday.
We announced the squad in the past week. Some exciting new faces, obviously, amongst those players. Are you looking forward to seeing how these guys deliver?
Yeah, no, I think, and I think the really exciting thing from the coaches on the weekend is we really don't know, what potential that we have. We've not had a chance, as in normal seasons, to sort of, play many internal games, have full contact in many training sessions. So, we really don't know. So we're excited to see, and certainly some of the players that we've brought in the backs, people like Max Trimble, people like Chris Elder, a fit again Ollie Evans are really exciting players, and it'll be great to see them, running around on Saturday afternoon.
Just on the playing group, they've all been sponsored now, which is a fantastic effort by everyone. How thankful are you for this incredible support?
No, I mean, I think, it speaks volumes about Richmond Rugby Club, the support we've had during this time. The number of people that have renewed their membership for a whole year, even though we're almost into March and we've had no rugby yet. I think that just goes to show, how very lucky we are to have supporters who really take their club to heart. So, a huge thank you for all those supporters, to the people who've sponsored players, particularly the new players, because, straight away their names went up, and they were there was almost a sort of bidding war for some of the new names, which was fantastic to see. So, no, we're incredibly grateful for the financial support they're giving us at what is a difficult time for the club.
And speaking of sponsors, we're working with VO Technologies. This season, they've come on board to help out with all our video and analysis. From your impression, how beneficial has their software, has their technology been so far?
No, it's been incredibly useful. I mean, one of the regulations that we have now, under the sort of COVID regulations, is that we have to record all of our training sessions. And the cameras and the software that they've provided for us means that just one camera, on the halfway line, is able to record everything that happens on the pitch. And then afterwards, we can sort of view it from all different angles. So it's a fantastic piece of kit. And again, when we get to our matches actually in the league programme, we now have to record all of our warm-ups. So having that additional camera, which we can just set up and it can capture everything, is incredibly helpful. And I think the coaches have been really impressed. They can watch all the footage on their phones. We can transfer that to the players. So it's been a real benefit so far this season.
And obviously they have offered their services, I believe, to other championship clubs. I'm guessing you would highly recommend VO?
No, definitely. And I know that a number of the clubs are talking to VO about providing with equipment, and we've certainly been really impressed by everything they've provided so far.
You mentioned the coaches. We've kept the same coaching group of Rob Powell, Matsy, Ian Kench, but we've also brought in Nick Rouse, who's joined as a forwards coach. How beneficial is it to have such a proven, experienced coaching group?
No, I think one of the things about this club is our continuity. I think continuity in our playing staff is really important, but continuity in our coaching staff is also important, because it takes more than one season to improve a player. And so to have people like Matsy and Powell who've been here a long time, Kenchi now going into his 5th season, and to bring on board somebody with the experience of Nick Rouse. I mean, Nick has previously been head coach at Rotherham. He was head coach of London Scottish in the Championship. As a player, was a very good Premiership player, but has huge experience as a coach. So simply to add somebody in like that has been really beneficial. And again, it's also beneficial to bring in a new set of eyes in a new season. He'll look at things through a slightly different lens and can question some of the things that we do. And I think only by questioning what you're doing, are you going to improve?
It's just over 2 weeks until the championship starts, but before that, we welcome Ealing to the athletic ground for a pre-season fixture on Saturday. expecting out of this match?
I'm expecting a very tough battle. I mean, Ealing have been fortunate. They've been training full time for more than 4 months now. We haven't had 4 weeks of full time training, so I think it's going to be a really difficult hit out for our side. But and we know they're a very good side. They've had some really good wins in the Trailfinders Cup of late. But I think our guys just looking forward to getting out and playing against people that they don't know. Even internally when we play our internal practices, everybody knows our calls. Now to play against people we don't know about and to put some full-blooded hits in, I think is what guys are really looking forward to.
Are you sort of looking to experiment and try a few different positional combinations in this game?
Yes, no, certainly. I think both teams have agreed that we'll have a larger than 23-man squad, so it'll give us a chance to have a look at 1 or 2 different combinations ahead of the season. And I think maybe even over the first couple of games actually in the league, because we've had so little preparation time, we certainly will have a look at different combinations and different setups to find out what our best group is. But what really pleases me is I'm very confident anybody we're putting there in our starting 15 on our bench is up to the standard required, and that's a very exciting place to be in.
Your message to the Richmond supporters, obviously have to watch the matches away from the venue on the live streams and so forth. What sort of rugby can they expect from Richmond this season?
I'm really excited about the rugby we want to produce. I think last season we showed what a solid pack we've got, and when we give the backs the ball, what we can do with it. I think we've got a really exciting set of 3 quarters. It's important you have that stable set piece. We've been working hard on that, but we want to show a style of rugby that people are going to enjoy. And I think the fact that there is no relegation this season from the league, that will loosen things up a little bit. It'll allow teams to not be under the pressure of having to win or get enough points to avoid relegation. And I think that'll be a real benefit in the style and the quality of the rugby you like to see.
We look forward to watching it, Steve. Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much.